Pop on Pop is one of Dr. Seuss's early reader books with a bunch of sight words. We're going to talk about books with pre-reading skills and then developing your reading skills as your child grows. We're going to start off with Lift the Flap Opposites. I love this book. Learning opposites is a pre-reading skill. It helps your child realize, there's kind of two sides to everything. So we have a bunch of different flaps, sick and well, night and day, and it talks about why they're opposites, how they're opposites. You have pages where you have to find, is it inside or outside? So the butterfly is outside, but the teapot is inside. And then you have these fun pages where you have dirty and clean, on and off, large and small. It's a great book for toddlers and preschoolers. My son loves this book. He loves to talk about it, and has definitely improved his vocabulary just playing with this book. So that is a great skill builder. Up next we have a Squirrel's Tail. It's very tall and skinny. It barely fits in my camera. But they come with these cardboard animals. There's a squirrel's tail and there's a mouse about the house. These books have been around since the 80s. You can kind of tell since the illustrations, but they are best sellers. They're super fun for kids, and the kids don't realize they're learning by doing this. So you have this mouse, or this one's a squirrel, and comes through, and on every page you move it from the left page to the right page. And it teaches kids that you read a story from left to right. And you can thread it through, and it goes through the whole book and comes out the very end, and he says, let's do this again. And the great thing is, if you need a replacement of this, we can get it, but it also gives you a template to make your very own, so that you're not left high and dry if your kid falls in love with the book. One of the best things you can do with your child, which we all know, is read to them daily. So these Farmyard Tales is one of our combined volumes, and it's a dual reader. And what I love about our dual readers, which you can't search that term, so just ask me if you want other titles that we do like this. But the top is a complete story. It's very simplified. It's very easy text. It's kind of like a beginning first grade level. And the bottom is like a very end of first grade level, maybe second grade. And so as you have a baby and a toddler that's wiggly, you can just read the top and it'll be a quick story, but they're getting their reading in for the day. As your child grows older, they can read the top and you can read the bottom, or you can have a younger child read the top and the older child read the bottom, and kind of team build off each other. For the really little kids, though, and older kids as well, there's this duck on every page. And what that duck teaches, where is the duck? What that duck teaches is visual discrimination, that you're looking for a duck and that's part of the picture, but these are what letters look like and that's part of the story. And so there's a bunch of great ways you can use this book to grow with your children. Up next, we have our very first reading library. It comes in this big box set. This is one of the things my hostesses most commonly get for free because it is a little bit spendy. It's $70 for 15 hardback books and a parent's guide. But we have a $40 version and we have a $70 version that comes with almost double the books. So there's something for every budget. But what makes these so fabulous is it takes the most common letters, S-A-T-P-I-N-M-D. If your child knows the sounds to all of those letters, then they can go through and read this book with you. So the parent reads the top, the little text, and the child reads this big, dark, bold text. And on every page there's new letters and new sounds for them to practice. There's comprehension puzzles in the back. These are stories that you're going to read multiple times before you move on to the next book, so that they've mastered those sounds, because in the next book it adds more letters. And then about halfway through you get to where the child is reading the whole book themselves and sounding out every letter and every sound. You as a parent are still there to help, and you again have the comprehension puzzles in the back, but it grows with them and helps build their confidence. It's something they can work through throughout a school year and really grow. Then, to build on that, you've mastered the basics, we have our Phonics series. And you can buy these individually for about $5.99, and they're paperback books, or you can buy them in our combined volumes. And I think this is one of the best values because this one has 6 stories, and if you bought them all individually, it'd be $36, but this hardback combined volume is only $15. And so every story focuses on a different phonics sound. Cow takes a bow, snail brings mail, bee makes tea, and you can kind of get an idea from that. Again, there's comprehension, puzzles, and a parent's guide at the beginning of the book so that you can better understand how to help your children with phonics and how to grow. All the stories kind of have a little bit different style of illustration. They're really fun. They're not rhymey like Dr. Seuss. I expected these to be like Dr. Seuss, but they're not. And so they're not, it's good and bad. Dr. Seuss has great rhythm, and sometimes these are awkward to read because they're trying to force the sounds, but it is a great way to drill that home without your kids feeling like you're just going over flashcards again and again. Then as they've really grown in confidence in reading, so for our preschoolers, I love, this is a Billy B. Brown series, and it kind of grows with your child. But for young preschoolers, you follow Billy through preschool, and this is Billy and her best friend Jack. And they go to preschool, and they have these wild, imaginative adventures. And it gets in all sorts of trouble, and they're just super sweet stories. I love these. Buy them if you have a toddler or a preschooler. Then, as they actually begin to learn to read on your own, some very introductory chapter books are Hey Jack and Billy B. Brown, and they show up in each other's books because they're best friends. So I have Hey Jack here, and what's nice is these are written by an author whose daughter was dyslexic, and so very big font, very big spacing between the lines. There's no more than 60 words per page, and none of the sentences run on to the next page. And so it really helps children learn the visual aspect of reading, not just can I say the word, do I understand the word, but how to physically read and move your eyes from page to page. And so I love them. There's still some illustrations on most pages. Then as you graduate from the Hey Jack and Billy B. Brown, you move up into the Billy B. Mystery Series. So you're taking those same familiar characters and you're almost doubling the words on the page. You don't have pictures on every page, but they're a fun, lighthearted, it's familiar characters that are going to continue to grow and resonate with your children because they've known them since they were in preschool. So I love these for growing readers.